Hi everyone. In English today, the plan was for us to go back and look at the narratives that we wrote about Mount Vesuvius just before Christmas. We wanted you to look at those with a fresh pair of eyes and look at your writing to see if you could edit and improve it. As that's not possible for the moment, we're going to give you some writing that we think you could proofread and edit today. Now, proofreading is all about reading or writing out loud and checking that it makes sense. And that's what you're going to need to do first. So I'm going to show you an example sentence that you're going to have a look at today. So the first thing we're going to do is read this sentence out loud and see if it actually makes sense. So, I were going to the shops to butt some chocolate. Now, as soon as I read that out loud to myself, I can hear there are a few things that don't quite work properly. You can hear this word doesn't really belong in the sentence. I were going to the shops to butt some chocolate. There is another word as well that I don't think is quite right, and that's this one. I were. Now, if I was going to the shops, I'm not going to butt some chocolate. I think the error there is that that word should be buy. And there's been a spelling error. A mistake's been made with the spelling of that word. We need to be careful with the word buy, because as you probably know, it's a homophone. There are a few different ways, 3 different ways I can think of spelling the word buy. So I'm going to have to think about which one of those I'm going to need. And with the word were, I'm going to the shops, just me on my own, that's singular. So if it was we were going to the shops, were perfect, because there was more than one person. But if we've got the word I, it's singular, we should be using was. I was going to the shops to buy some chocolate. I can hear that sentence. I know that works much better now. So now I've spotted those 2 errors, I need to think, having a look really closely at that sentence. Is there anything else that might be wrong? Does it begin with a capital letter? Yes, that's fine. Does it end with a full stop? Yes, that's right. Do all the other words look like they've been spelled correctly? Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So I think I've spotted the 2 errors that are in that sentence, and I'll be ready to write it out again neatly. So when you write these sentences out and you've spotted the errors and you've edited them, when you write them out again, I really want you to think about your handwriting. Think about the size of each letter and think about copying very, very carefully. You don't want to do all the hard work of spotting the errors and then writing it out again and putting some of your own errors in because you just haven't copied it carefully enough. Now you've got 10 sentences like this to work through. You can do exactly the same as I've just shown you. After you've done those 10 sentences, there's a longer piece of writing for you to have a look at on Padlet, the same resources. This piece paragraph is about sharks. And I want you to do exactly the same thing as you've done for the 10 sentences. Read it out loud first. Work through that whole process of does it sound right. If you've got a paper copy, highlight all the errors that you've spotted with a pencil or a pen first. Work out what they are, and then you can copy it out really neatly in your best handwriting once again. Okay, see you soon.